Greetings once again, heroes and villains. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with My Hero Academia. Previously, it was Uraraka Ochako versus Himiko Toga, with Uraraka's quirk awakening, allowing her to cause anything not only that she touched, but was touching what she touched within a certain radius to float. This dissipated a lot of the clones that Twice's quirk allowed Toga to make. And even the doubles Toga made recently also were affected by Uraraka's quirk. But despite everything, Uraraka continued her pleas to Toga to just talk to her, to open up to her, that she, unlike so many others, would do her best to try to accept Toga. The one thing that Toga wanted, just someone to try to understand. These pleas finally got through to Toga, with Toga and Uraraka sharing in a brief conversation, which helped to run down the time for Toga's clones to continue running amok. Twice's blood ran out, and the doubles faded. And despite all that, Uraraka still called Toga cute, showing that despite everything, Uraraka would do her damnedest to show Toga the humanity and understanding she was never shown before. And so, another critical threat has been dealt with, more or less. The heroes have truly started to win, but is this another victory, or the precursor to more disaster? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, My Hero Academia, number 395, built upon the joy of others. Wow, feels like that's about to be something, because what's built upon the joy of others? Hope and happiness, I would hope. So, the horde of Twice clones proceed to dissipate. We see Endeavor doing his best to shield his family from the onslaught, and we even see that Ida came within a hair's breadth of being overrun as well. Man, whoa. And we even see that one of the clones got very close to slicing through Hawks. He got a few slashes across his body too. And all Hawks can say is, fair enough, Bubai Gawara was a really decent guy. Himiko Toga. Damn. And we hear Toga's narration. I thought I wielded my knife to become those I love, but I wound up gripping it out of rage and hatred, all in order to make the world easier for me to live in. And we see a very naked Toga standing over an unconscious Uraraka. Oof, an intense pain runs through Toga's body. She thinks here's the blowback from using other quirks while transformed. Oh, that's right. Toga says, ow, as she looks to Uraraka. She says, the heroes who got caught up in your chain zero gravity, you're giving them a gentle landing, huh? The release of your quirk is moving along that much slower, since it was applied indirectly anyway, right, Ochako? Oh, Uraraka's still conscious. She's just very out of it. Toga says, in the end, you'll never let anyone down hard. Wow, the metaphor there. Ochako thinks, so cold. I lost too much blood and my head and body don't even feel connected and I can't move a muscle, but I still gotta keep moving. Toga looks to Uraraka, and then she looks around the battlefield. Kamui Woods, unconscious after saving as many people as he could. Shroppy's down. She remembers asking Ochako, am I cute? She remembers Ochako's word. You could have a lifetime's worth of my blood. I want you to know how special I think your smile is. The cutest in the whole world. Toga then looks to the helicopter overhead, surveying the situation. And then she looks back at Uraraka, who's still breathing heavy. Toga says, that much blood loss will be fatal, because you kept moving around after I stabbed you. Listen, Ochako, the League of Villains. She pauses. Then she says, we'll destroy everything. And once the dust settles, I know that that world will be easier for me to live in. She then takes some of Uraraka's blood and drinks it, and transforms into Uraraka. He says, but I was so happy to hear what you had to say. I know I said it's live or die, winner takes all. She brings out her blood transfer machine and says, but the thought of a world without you? No, I don't like that. She connects the machine to her arm, to Ochako, and says to her softly, and to show you how genuine these feelings are, all of my blood is now yours to have. Uraraka thinks it's warm, but she starts to panic as she realizes, but she shouldn't. Doing this will mean, the Toga tells Uraraka, when I almost died, Jin saved me this way. But since I'm out of Jin's blood, I gotta turn into you, Ochako. Cause if I can use someone else's quirk, my blood must turn into their blood too. Yeah, I guess that does make a certain degree of sense. Toga then pulls one of the needles out of one of her other, devices in order to stitch up Uraraka. Uraraka says, no, don't. Toga questions, were you planning to visit me in prison and make those blood donations until I died? Uraraka doesn't respond, and Toga simply smiles. She tells her, you could have been fine and dandy just catching villains, Ochako. Just eliminating the freaks from the world. Just doing the right thing. Like a plain old hero, yet, Toga begins to tear up. She says, you went above and beyond and spared a thought. For someone who hurt lots of your friends, and who was out to stab you full of holes. You're kinda weird, Ochako. Uraraka manages to eke out, you're on the talk. You can't do this. And as Toga begins to get weak and lies down, she says, I live and love as I please. So no, I can't let you catch me. Just like how you can't bear to let me get away. I'm sorry for stabbing you. Sorry for screaming at you. I mean it. Toya burned down my old house for me. That normal house full of bad vibe. He made it go away for my sake. That made me happy, but even with the house gone, the bad stuff's still there in my heart. You didn't make it go away, Ochako. And as painful as it was, when you reached out and touched me, my heart felt so light. Ochako remembers telling Deku, maybe there's no way to avoid battle, but I can't ignore what I saw deep inside him. Oh no, Deku's word. And Toga tells Ochako like it could just float away. Oh, Toga hands back Uraraka's little All Might figure that Deku gave her. Toga tells Uraraka, thank you, Ochako. You've made me so happy. Truly, genuinely happy. And we have Toga's narration. I wanted to become other people so badly. So in fits of jealousy and affection, I drank all of their blood. And as Uraraka cries out for Himiko, Toga simply says yes. And Toga's narration continues, saying, maybe, just maybe, if I had known this feeling sooner, and despite how badly I wanted to drain their blood, I would have yearned to give my blood away too. If I had experienced that sort of love, I maybe would have had an easier time living in this world. In any case, I am Himiko Toga. I live and love how I please. That's how I made my way in life. Just a normal girl with the cutest smile in the world. And Toga slips away, clinging to Uraraka. Yep. I said it last chapter that I didn't tear up, but this one actually got me, because it was everything that I was thinking about. Because it's one thing everyone knew, that how is this arrangement really going to work out? With everything that Toga's done, and she's just going to be locked away forever. Who knows if Uraraka will ever see her again. But to do this in the end, I really was not expecting this to be the way everything ended. And honestly, I'm actually kind of sad this is the way that it ends. It's more impactful this way, but damn. And it's such a wild situation because Toga sacrifices her life to undo something she did. She pays for what she did in almost killing Uraraka. There's a chance that Toga survives this, but I don't know. And even if she does, I don't know. This really got me. It's again, what I said it before last chapter too. When you read these chapter to chapter, it doesn't have the right kind of impact sometimes. But this chapter really kind of hit me because I really love Toga and I really like Uraraka. And this interaction in what Uraraka was really trying to do, I mean, it sells it even more because, I already said Uraraka's going to be one of those people who's going to try her damnness to make sure there's never another child who feels like Toga felt. But even more so now, because yes, Toga is a criminal. She really needed to pay for what she did. And in the end, she does that. And there was no way there was a good chance she was going to receive the death penalty, and here it is. But at the same time, had the world been more understanding, there would never have been a Toga to begin with. Her parents apologized to the people out there, but they never apologized to their child for doing what they did and not actually trying to understand her. Now, the desire for love, the way Toga wanted it, is something that happens to everyday people in our world too, who just have a hole in them. This crushing loneliness, So they're desperate to seek out love, and they become cruel, mean, and bitter because of it. This is gonna be beautifully sad in the anime. Like, this is gonna break me, because I really started to get choked up at the end of this chapter. Oh no. That's such a loss because I didn't expect this. I'm so used to characters getting stabbed in so many situations and they're just okay later down the line. It's like, no, Ochako was bleeding out and Toga sutured her up and did her best to just give her a transfer where, if nothing else, even if she keeps bleeding, blood will keep pumping into her. At the most, it's a good stopgap until she can be properly treated. I don't know, there's a part of me that's like really doesn't want Toga to die. Like, it really is there. Because there really isn't a chance of her getting to live a life beyond this. That's not behind bars. And you might be able to get away with it, she's a young child, but she won't get out until she's 50. At the bare minimum, with everything that she's done. It's a somber situation no matter what. But if nothing else, it really did prove that Ochako's way of thinking, there was a lot of merit to it. There was a lot of merit to it. And then maybe if she had thought about it sooner, maybe something could have been done. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What felt like something that was already wrapped up had a gut punch exclamation point at the end. And did you feel for Toga in the end here? Or do you feel nothing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.